Hi, everybody. Good evening. It's Wednesday, the 7th of May. My name is Brian. This is Class A Plus English, and we're going to continue tonight with Disco Elysium. We're going to continue with the game. I hope you're well. Hope you're having a good week. Let's jump into it, yeah? What happened? Well, we've met Kim, the other detective. We were down here on Sunday, right? So Sunday we were down here, and we met the people by the what do they call it? Like the lock or something. We found this place with Bird's Nest Robin. We're gonna go and check some other stuff out here tonight, yeah. So this is Disco Elysium. Yeah, I need to change the volume. Yeah, it's really noisy. Hang on 1 second. How do I do this? Options. The sound is very noisy. The seagulls are very noisy. Okay. What happened? Yeah. Hang on, someone's messaging me. Okay, let's go and check this out. Yeah. So what happened? I still don't know my name, but I found out I'm a cop. I'm a detective. This is my friend Kim, who's another detective. This here is the pawn shop where we pawned the pin from Lena. Let's go check out these people. Yeah, let's go check them out. Good afternoon.
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of
I hope the audio is okay.
When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin.
I'm paranoid about the audio in this. Yeah, I've made a few mistakes, but I'm hoping it's okay, right? So a street vendor, somebody selling stuff in the street, surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. So different things, yeah. When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin. Let's continue. There he is, looking very happy.
The name Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Hey, Iona, is the audio okay?
Happy shopping, officer. Everything's cool here.
He gives you the thumbs up, yeah. A lot of different accents here. His accent sounds Indian, Pakistani. The guy at the waterlock was Australian. Okay, happy shopping, officer. Everything's cool. And he gives me the thumbs up. What's so cool?
Everything's cool.
Everything.
The goods are cool. The customers are cool. The place is cool. And one more thing, officer.
Hmm?
From out on the bay, a cool wind gathers. It sweeps into the city, tugging at the textiles hanging around the stand. Some distance away, the sound of a tin can clattering across the street can be heard.
Okay, let's look at this, yeah. So this is what Shivers. Remember what Shivers is? Let's have a quick check. Shivers is raises the hair on my neck, tunes into the city. Yeah, it tunes in. Cool for city lovers, the wisest of the streetwise, the genuinely supernatural. Shivers comes when the temperature drops and you become more keenly aware of your surroundings. It enables you to hear the city itself, to truly belong to the streets. It's a supernatural ability. Old wrongs play out in present time. The scenes around the city happen in front of you. But who is speaking to you? So it's kind of like the vibe, I suppose, yeah? Alright. The city, it sweeps into the sea, tugging, pulling at the textiles hanging around the stand. Some distance away, the sound of a tin can clattering onomatopoeia there across the street can be heard.
You're very cool. Bang, 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 bang.
He makes both hands into finger pistols and fires a few bullets into the air. Pew, pew, pew. Okay, really? You think I'm cool? I'm not cool. Whether I'm cool is unimportant. I have police questions for you. Okay, let's just go. You think I'm cool?
Oh, yes. You got style.
Thank
got
you.
personal style. You know what you like.
He surveys his consumer's kingdom with an air of satisfaction.
You like premium menswear. Look around and browse. Everything looks cool on a guy like you. Take your time.
He settles back into the pile of boxes he's sitting on to browse, to have a look. Yeah, we talked about this in the previous stream. Let's have a look. Continue.
Don't be distracted by the flattery and funny man act. Questions.
So, volition. Let's check out what volition is again. I can't remember what these things are. Hold yourself together. Keeps your morale up. Volition. Cool for sane people, well-adjusted cops, and non-suicidal. Well, that ain't me, really. I don't think so. Okay, we can say, what kind of stuff are you selling here? Where are you from, silly? Rhetoric challenging. Persuade him to give you some money. Because I need some money, right? I've got 5 real. I'll look around, thanks. What kind of stuff are you selling? Stuff.
Only the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy pants too. Try them on right here. No shame, only freedom.
Alright, only the coolest goods, yeah? Only the coolest things in Revachol. I've got sneakers. Now, sneakers is an American word. I would say trainers, yeah? Adidas, Nike, New Balance, etc. Speakers, extremely comfy pants too. Really comfortable trousers. Where did you get those comfy pants? Do you have a permit to sell all that? Oh my god. We're going to go full Karen there. Is there a discount for cool officers like me? Because, yeah. Is there a discount?
No need for discounts at ceilings, officer. Everything's already on sale. Anything you want, 50% off.
50% off. Alright, let's have a look. Where'd you get those comfy pants? Do you have a permit to sell all of that? Where'd you get them?
I'm an entrepreneur, officer. I've got sources, buyers, suppliers, distributors, manufacturers, wholesalers, all extremely cool and above board.
Alright, he's an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur, a French word, a businessman. Yeah, someone who's an entrepreneur. But for me, an entrepreneur is someone who did not inherit their business. You know, it's not the family business. They started from the ground up. They built their business, yeah? An entrepreneur. Sometimes entrepreneurs are like, they divest into different businesses. It's not a person I like a lot, to be honest with you. In fact, I don't like him at all. But if you think Richard Branson of the Virgin Media Empire, right? Richard Branson started selling records in a street market, and then he started Virgin Music, which was a really, really big thing way back in the day when people used to buy music. There used to be record shops. And then he bought those record shops, or he had those record shops everywhere, Virgin Music, and then he went into like airplanes, Virgin Airlines. He went into trains in the UK, I think. And now I think you even have like Virgin spaceships or something, don't you? You know what I mean? Lots of different kind of things. Records, music to spaceships. An entrepreneur. I've got sources, buyers, suppliers, distributors, manufacturers, wholesalers, all extremely cool and above board. If things are above board, they are legit. Legit, you ask? Legal. All right. Do you have a permit? Yeah.
Good joke, officer. Here we don't have permits, just economic freedom. Take a look around.
He takes a deep breath.
You glance around the decrepit buildings, the miserable weather, the sidewalks strewn with sunflower seeds and a dust-choked air.
It's beautiful. Beautiful freedom.
Kim, is it true he doesn't need a permit to sell? Sweet. Fantastic. No permits means less work for me. Let's move on.
That's right. Revachol is the best place for an independent self-employer like myself. That's why it's so cool With all the models coming here and cool celebrities.
He smiles his bright toothpaste ad smile. Jurgen Klopp style, big white shiny teeth. That's all. Let me ask you something else.
Anything for you.
I'll look around. What have we got? Let's check over here. We're
There are clothes
browsing.
inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
Cheap second-hand clothes smelling of strangers'
Don't be
body
shy.
odors.
These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
Okay, let's search. Let's have a look through the box. Let's
You
browse.
find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places.
Economical, but also trendy. Look first hand, buy second hand. Keep the economy moving.
Economical, so like, value for money. Yeah, it's something that's economical, but also trendy, also fashionable. The street vendor shouts, look at first hand, buy second hand, keep the economy moving, browse through the box. Composure. Find something worth salvaging from that pile of rags. This is a white check. You may retry it. 58 evens. I'm having no luck with these dice throws, yeah? Composure 3. So composure 3 means I get 3 extra points on the dice I roll. So imagine I roll a 6. That means I get 9, as far as I know, yeah? Let's try it.
Something cold
Boom!
grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek. A windbreaker. Surf, it says, but also wind, summer, 100% waterproof, and sport. All in different typefaces.
Nice. Okay, it's waterproof, so if it's raining, I won't get wet. It's waterproof, yeah?
This jacket is the apex of human evolution. The moment at which man became weatherproof.
Weatherproof! I will defy the weather gods.
Practical, and yet it may deaden your senses to the world around you. Possibly because of the awful typeface.
Because of the writing, yeah?
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir.
I have 515 reals, you know? 450 is a lot of money.
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places.
Economical, but also trendy. Look first hand, buy second hand. Keep the economy moving.
No, I'm not going to buy it. I don't want to buy it. It's too much for me at the moment. I don't have enough money. So you can see there's the different parts of my psyche, right? So you can see here, we have intellect, my psyche, my physique, and the motorics, yeah? So there's things like logic, yeah? Wield raw intellectual power, drama, play the actor, conceptualization, understand creativity, see art, visual calculus, reconstruct the crime scene. So this is my intellect, this is my intelligence. Then we have psyche, which is things like volition, hold myself together, keeps my morale up. Inland empire, these are my hunches and gut feelings, you know, dreams and waking life. So that's the psyche. Then there's my physique, so you've got like endurance, electrochemistry is an interesting one. It's to go to the party planet. And then we have the motorics, which is like reaction speed, savoir-faire, how I hold myself. I need to boost this up. I need more points for this. Interfacing, which is like picking locks and stuff. Alright, I need more skill points. What else is there? What's in the box over here?
You see 2 lowly, defeated speakers, thralls, slaves basically, perched atop them like conquerors surveying the land. A pair of found, durable wear sneakers, ultra serious.
Your mother loves Richard Branson. I can't stand Richard Branson. I really think he's a creep, yeah? But he's a really good example of an entrepreneur, you know, from like selling records to spaceships, you know, and trains and things. Yeah, but I really, really don't like him. He really, the shivers, you know? He gives me the shivers, yeah?
I can see you've a taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
Let's
A
inspect them.
pair of Faun Ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, a jet black upper, and a silver-lined midsole.
Okay, so they're describing a pair of trainers, as I would say. Sleek, very sleek. A cat, very sleek, you know. Futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome.
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest Faun sneakers. Super air, super fine, super cool. Only 50 real.
All right, here, super, yeah. So you're seeing this more and more and more in English, yeah. People are using super as like very, yeah. So really what he's saying is they're very rare, they're very fine, they're very cool. It's a more informal way, you know. And they're only 50 real when I only have 5, so no. What's this?
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box, a variety of shapes and colors.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
The vendor takes a pair of sunglasses and sticks them under your nose. Try them on.
Abort. These are hideous. What's more, they don't even fit your face. You can feel them pinching your nose and chafing against your brow.
Okay.
Damn, officer! You look like a mega secret spy. Very secret. They're practically made for you. I'll let you have them for 2 real and 50 cents.
They're perfect for concealing your bloodshot and baggy eyes.
Right, bloodshot, yeah, so when your eyes are really red. So if you remember, our hero, the protagonist, he's suffering from a super hangover, a mega hangover. He doesn't remember anything. He doesn't remember his name. He didn't remember his job. You know, so if you have a hangover, maybe the next morning you've got really bloodshot eyes. Baggy eyes, I'm not going to go into that one.
No, you are definitely not buying those.
Kim says no. You're definitely not buying. Don't tell me what to do, Kim. I like them. You're right. I'm too sensible.
Are you sure? But they look so good on you. You should think this through, officer.
You should think this through. You should really think about it, yeah? What's going to happen? To think a problem through. If I do this, what are the consequences? I'm going to rummage. I'm going to rummage through the box.
These are all boring. Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap Syrahese plastic. The kind of plastic that melts in the sun.
Kind of plastic melts in the sun. Ho-hum, just average, boring, nothing special.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, super material, very cool. UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work.
Conceptualization.
No luck.
No
All
luck.
you find is this lime-colored cellophane visor, produced by a bargain sportswear brand called Amphibian, apparently. There's a malformed green frog on its bent cap.
Oh, that visor is perfect for you, officer. It'll definitely keep the sun out of your eyes while you're shooting criminals. Bang, bang! And all for a mere 6 real.
Kim, are firefights something we should be prepared
I
for?
hope not.
He says, looking up from his browsing.
You don't like it? Sure, Square Joe. No problem. Let's get you some real shades.
Yeah, I'm getting out of here. Okay, let's have a look. Where are we? Close. Items. Interact. Now we've done this, we've done that. Okay, tools. We've got a lot of tools, yeah? Alright, I've got an idea. Let's get out of here. Let's have a look at the journal. Journal is the missions I've got to do. So, I forgot what time is it. We've got to close the water lock on Wednesday. Okay, we have the pissing competition. Okay, we need to find some alcohol. We need to inspect the victim's body, which is becoming a bit of a problem. Now, I've lied because I lost my police badge, and I lied and said, no, I have it. We need to pay for the damages in the bar when I was really drunk. We need to find some cigarettes. Who put the clothes in the trash? That may take a while. Who made the call? We interrogated Sylvia. She sounded very scared. Might take some time. We want to sing some karaoke. We need to find a sad song. Get a reality lowdown. Okay, and alright, let's keep moving, yeah? Okay, let's keep going. We can come back later on. What's this? We're in the early stages of the game. We're just checking everything out at the moment. There's a lot to discover, I think. Tire tracks leading onto the roof. The slush and rain has almost washed them off. The seagulls are squawking, everybody. Let's go talk to these guys. Oh look.
Life
Gaston.
doesn't need to be a struggle.
He covers his mouth to hide a burp. Burp. Look what they're playing. They're playing a pentanka, no? I teach Spain's #1 female pentanka player. There you go now, everybody.
I'll be with you in a moment, officer.
True
Let
story.
me just finish my sandwich. Talk to angry old René first.
You just finished my sandwich. Talk to old René first. Okay. René? This guy?
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, all right?
This one is still chewing on his sandwich.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
Okay, so we've got two old men playing pentanka.
These men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never.
Physical instrument. Okay, alright, let's do it.
That's the spirit. Don't even waste your breath asking about the game. They wouldn't know anyway. They're way past their prime.
Hi. Boom! Oh, what happened? Here we go. Come on, man. You can do it.
You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter. You'll make it work. God, this is right. You feel the familiar tremble of excitement and adrenaline that
Getting the buzz.
Every victory. Time has frozen.
Has frozen. I'm in the zone. I'm in the zone. Let go. Be the ball. Be the ball. Shit, the old soldier yells in outrage. I just threw their ball into the sea.
What the hell is your problem?
Not a weak triceps, that's for sure.
I don't care if you are a cop. You do not just ruin someone's game. It's so goddamn disrespectful.
A man his age getting worked up like that? Better watch that blood pressure.
I'm sorry? Wait, what? I'm sensing anger and I don't understand why. Okay, I'm sorry.
You vandalized our game, son. We can't play pétanque with 5 bull.
P-Tank? I thought it was shot put. P-Tank?
Yes, pétanque. You ruined our pétanque game. We want our bull back.
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done.
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You owe us a goddamn bull.
The heel of his cavalry boot slams into the ground. You owe us. Okay, I'll try to fix this. Listen, guys, the ball is gone and I have a murder to solve, alright? Let's try it.
Good. Mistakes are forgiven when men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you will try. Now, why did you approach us?
Okay, there's a new job here. It says, replace the lost boule. Due to some confusion over the game, René and Gaston are playing... so due to some confusion over the game, René and Gaston are playing, you thrown one of their pétanque boules far in the sea. The shot was excellent, but now you owe them a boule, or at least something, or at least a similar looking metal object. Alright. Let's continue.
Just talk. It'll smooth things over. Old people like attention.
Do you know anything about the murdered man?
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely.
Alright. He shrugs. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms, I would say, about assisting law enforcement. I have no problem. I have no qualms to do it. I've got no problem. And unlike most of the locals,
In Martinaise, the union is the law. So can you really blame them?
But you don't have a problem with the cops?
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
I don't think it's a negative term, but anyway. So again, you don't know anything.
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
The riffraff, people below me, yeah, people below my status are just riffraff, and it doesn't bother me.
This is a man with a lot of past, but little present, and almost no future.
You seem to be playing in a crater, in this ditch, this hole.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
Do you know what created
I
it?
do. Fire from heavy artillery.
Okay, it's a crater left by artillery fire in the Revolution. But why?
Why what?
Why was heavy artillery used?
Because that's what happens when communists hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
Communards? I thought they were banned from the 80s, yeah? Don't leave me this way.
Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just chose the name to feel special. Senseless sentimentality.
Okay, maybe we can do this history lesson later.
Fine. What do you want now, then?
Did you ever use artillery fire against the communards?
Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked.
He adds, squeezing a bull in his fist. So he says here, we fought valiantly, yeah, we fought bravely, maybe too bravely, that we got licked, we got defeated. So he's really angry, an angry old man.
Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and
What?
mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't though, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
Suicide sex cult propaganda? Why shell them? Why bomb them here in Martinaise? You should have chosen a place away from the people and buildings. Look around, I'd bomb this place as well. I'd bomb this place.
This place is a damn beachhead, son. They didn't do it because they didn't like it. They had to soften the commies up first.
The beachhead?
Yes. The military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol.
Sex cult propaganda. We're going to investigate this one, Iona. With disdain, we discussed the military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol, which is the city.
He finds your lack of historic knowledge troubling, a sign of mental deterioration in the preceding generations.
Young people today, I don't know.
Martinaise was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta.
He points to the northeast. Okay, so 08, it's 51 now. Okay. Martinaise was used as one of the 3 footholds in the Revachol Deathblow. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and Delta. He points to the northwest. Deathblow sounds grim, sounds depressing. Not thoughtfully, and turn to look northeast. Shake your head and look down at the crater. Deathblow sounds grim.
This here is Blood Ground, where coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing pétanque on their mangled corpses.
We're playing pétanque on their mangled, destroyed bodies.
Blood ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
You got him going. He's getting agitated. Hold on. What? We're going into the history here, aren't we? The coalition?
Don't get me wrong, officer. I hate those foreign dogs, but the enemy of my enemy and all that. They're the lesser evil.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend. They are the lesser evil. Is that why everything is so bombed out? Ah, that explains all the damage, all the war damage. Actually, I already know this. I just wanted to know if you do too. Look, I'm going to go for the middle one, yeah? That explains everything.
Damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too.
There's a strange gleam in his eye, yeah?
He approves of this radical approach, knows it was necessary.
Necessary. The blood, the guts, the murder.
The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinaise they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
The Union Socialists are running the place. They're in charge.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course, they still hold influence.
They still hold influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players at the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the...
He stops.
What do you think?
He stops mid-sentence and turns to me. What do you think? That's how it should be. Soft socialists paving the way for the hard working class to take over. Foreign powers cleaned up your mess and now they rule us. Shake your head in shame. This coalition sounds quite capable, actually. Commies just don't understand how money works. Nothing, I don't think, I just do. I've got no idea. I'm going to go for the last one.
I'm just so damn sorry it had to be the coalition. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains...
He isn't really paying attention to my words anymore. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains.
I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned to Revachol. or even if that damn clan Frisell had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case.
This royal failure weighs heavily on him.
Okay, so the monarchy lost.
Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio.
Right, I agree with him, yeah? Peddling garbage, selling rubbish, yeah? And just stupid music and adverts, yeah? Kind of like 2025.
This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with.
Alright, who was this Frizzle? You mentioned Elysium. What exactly is a suzerain?
The suzerain is the king. Has everyone forgotten already? They've forgotten already.
He then slowly nods and says to himself, they've forgotten already. I started playing a game called Suzerain, which I'm going to go back to very soon, yeah? Very, very good game, which is on the channel, yeah? But I just haven't had time.
Soon, they will forget everything.
Suzerain is
Him
kind of like...
too. Then he chooses anger over melancholy.
Soon they will forget everything, him too, and then he chooses anger over melancholy. Angry old man. Yeah, Suzerain is like, controls a city or something, you know? Like, he's in charge.
It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the Fifth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
Hey, hello. How's it going? Hi there. I hope you're enjoying the game, yeah? We're continuing here with Disco Elysium. We've got two angry old men talking about the war. Composure. Legendary. What is it about this old soldier that makes him stand so proud? Very low. We're not going to go there. Thank you for your time, gentlemen. Very polite. Thank you for your time. I must be leaving. I've just noticed this. I want to check this thing out here. We're going to leave these guys because they're super angry. Super angry. Let's find out what's going on over here. What is it? A splatter of bullet holes in the wall. Okay, from the beachhead point. Alright. Anything else? Anything over there? No. Okay, what's this? The ad reads, broken window tips has the windows. Let's go check this out. If you had a bag in your hand, perhaps you could collect these bottles. I thought I had a bag. I thought I had a bag. I thought we'd got the bag the last day, yeah? Tools. Chain colors. Clothes. Items. Correct. I thought we picked up a bag the last day, yeah? Alright. What's this?
This coin-operated viewer is facing south.
Ah.
The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes and pull the handle while looking inside. Then use the focus knob to zoom in if necessary.
Okay, let's do it.
Your money disappears into the coin slot. A clunk, the ring of metal.
Pull the handle and look inside. You know, one of those things where it's like binoculars, yeah?
The curtains
All
on
right,
the display
everybody.
open. You lean in to catch the view. It's blurry, different blues and greens. In the middle of the shimmer stands a drab grey shape, like a ghost.
If there's any vocabulary you don't understand, ask me, okay? And I can explain it, yeah? Turn the knob. You turn the knob and focus your vision. So it's to, what do you call that? To focus, like in a camera, yeah? Look, it's one of these binocular type things you get at the seaside.
The lenses shift. The ghost sharpens into an islet in the bay. In the ruins, a man-made structure is visible. A half-sunken sea fort. Its concrete almost reconquered by nature.
Half sunken, so it's in the water. Sea fort, yeah, it's like a castle in the sea.
It looks as if it was abandoned quite some time ago. Nothing but a rotten tooth remains of the anti-aircraft tower. A lonely birch tree grows out of it.
Okay, so it's been abandoned, yeah, and just abandoned and in disrepair.
Its leaves ripped from it by the winter wind.
Okay, we can say, hang in there, hold on, little one. There are some ruins of some kind of building there.
Really? I don't have the eyesight to make it out.
The lieutenant takes off his glasses and cleans them. Hang in there, little one.
The little brave birch tree seems to wave back in the wind.
Okay, good. We're talking to trees, everybody. What's this? Enormous bulls, worthy of a real man. Ooh, bulls. We are searching for bulls. What's this? Perhaps an apartments. Okay, directions. Okay. Here's the bookshop. What's up here? This is very muscular man's brokers and rows. Okay. We've been in the bookshop. Okay, so what have we done? We've spoken to these guys, we've spoken to them. Let's go over here. Let's go this way. What's that? Goods from the lorry haphazardly litters surroundings. Let's go talk to this guy. Well, let's go check out this first of all, yeah? It looks like a kiosk and news agents, right? Selling papers. Jump jams are welcome to Revachol. And a glossy magazine, a shiny glossy magazine, most able-bodied men. This issue hosts a top 10. Oh no, they're much hunkier, they're much more handsome than you. It's probably my ego speaking. Let's talk to this guy.
Welcome to Revachol.
Racist lorry driver, welcome to Revachol, announces the rotund man, the round kind of fat man. The remark isn't addressed to you, it's addressed to the lieutenant. Okay, he's racist. Why are you addressing my partner like that? Hey, I know Revachol, that's where we are. Hey, I know Revachol. Why are you talking to him like that?
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago.
Okay, there's some kind of racism going on here.
Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
What's happening? You sound angry, Kim.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
A limbo, like a purgatory, you know, when you're not going anywhere, you're stuck in a thing. Limbo? What's going on here?
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Revachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
A lot of accents going on here. This is a French accent?
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave.
Watch yourself, be careful.
But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
I am the law.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense.
Okay, so there's something going on here.
Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
A spirit that corpses by the cop culture, you know? So I can say, fucking hey, Kim, I got your back. I'm supporting you. Give the lieutenant a punch on the shoulder. Well, I think we all learned something here and smile at the lorry man. Now that's settled, we have a couple of questions. Okay, I'm going to go in the middle here. I think we all learned something here.
I haven't learned anything I didn't know before.
I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nice. The lorryman shakes his head in indignation.
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Now that that's settled, we have a couple of
Whatever
questions.
you say, officers.
He waits impassively, his cigarette smoldering between his fingers, so he's smoking a cigarette. I found this mug in the trash, the racist mug. Yours? What was that argument all about? What are you hauling? Gotta smoke. We're done. Let's come back to him later on, yeah? Let's keep going. What's this? We'll come back and talk to him later on. Oh, this is the shop. Red treats can be what? Alright, we're in the shop, look. Let's browse around. Yellow roses, dozens of them. A dozen? 12. Tulips, 2.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
What is this machine?
Oh, that's the tear machine.
Okay, this is the clerk. The clerk looks the clerk looks up out of her magazine. That's the tear machine. What is a tear machine?
It's a machine for tear. You know, you find tear outside, like bottles or whatever, and put it in the machine, then it gives you money.
So it's like a deposit thing, you know? You get some bottles of beer and then you take them back and you get a deposit, you get the money back. They're doing this in Ireland at the moment, yeah? I see, and how do I pick up tear for the tear machine?
You need a bag, I guess. We used to have some, but we gave them all out, so...
She shrugs awkwardly. Sorry. She's not very helpful, is she?
Feel free to use it if you find a bag, though. I'm sure there are some out there. Somewhere.
She points outside somewhere. Feel free, help yourself, yeah? So a friend comes to my house and says, Brian, I'm hungry. Yeah, feel free, make yourself a sandwich. Help yourself. Okay. What's this? A melancholy pop song plays on the radio. Does it have a melancholy tape, which I'm looking for karaoke? I want to do the karaoke, everybody. Let's talk to her.
Welcome
Good
to
evening.
Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
She returns to her magazine. She's not very helpful, is she? You know, not even a, hi, how can I help you?
What's that magazine she's reading?
Okay, before we go on, what is this, Frit? What magazine are you reading? Let's proceed, I have some questions. What's the magazine?
You mean this?
English accent. She looks at the cover boasting a colourful photo of 2 girls kissing, everybody.
This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
It's not for sale. I want it.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
Police de la Mode, fashion police, I don't know, stupid famous people. I approve of this. Very futuristic. Tap on the girls kissing. Forget all about that. What's this fashion police feature? Point at the cover. I'm not even interested in the magazine. I don't know why I asked. Yeah, what's all about the fashion police?
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish.
They're kind of mean. They're a bit nasty, you know, like, ha, ha, ha. Okay, who's the numero uno guy in there right now? And does he look like this? Points at me. Does he look like this? Who's the most fashionable? Number 1. Points to her hat. I bet your hat would take the prize. So who is the most stylish there? It can't be anyone from here. Ooh, does it look like me? Her lazy eyes scan up and down your body, assessing the situation.
No, I don't think so.
We are not the fashion police. We're the real police.
Before we go on, what is this,
I
Frit?
don't know. Frit?
And what's Frit?
A 7 to 11 grocery store.
A grocery store, and why has it got 3 T's?
I think they think that the extra T makes it funkier. It doesn't.
She chews on her gum with disgust. Funky, cool, groovy. Let's proceed. I have some questions.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but
Can you tell me anything about the dead body? Can you tell me anything about this reality we're in?
reality? You mean what reality? Economic reality or?
No, I meant the physical
I
reality.
don't know. What about it?
What time is it?
I don't know. Look at the clock. It's right behind you on the wall.
It's
The clock shows the time at 10:09. The hands seem to be still. It's apparent the clock doesn't work.
okay. So she's playing with us because the time here is 15:49. So it's almost 10 to 4. I won't bother you with this
Oh.
nonsense. Can you tell me anything about the dead body?
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so
What do you think happened?
I don't know.
Not very helpful.
No need to worry.
Not very
It's
helpful
just
at all.
standard procedure for us to ask around. If you hear anything, let us know, okay?
The lieutenant's voice is soothing and professional. Soothing, calm and professional. It's just standard procedure. Don't get crazy. If you hear anything, let us know. Tell me.
Okay.
She scratches her nose. Do you know the man who died?
Not really.
Not really. What does that mean?
No. I didn't know him at all.
How long has it
I
been there?
don't know really long.
Okay, she's really, really not helpful, I think, yeah? Okay.
Uh-huh.
She brushes a strand of hair off her face and tries to return to her magazine. What have we got? What's this?
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
Pharmaceuticals?
Just ask me if you need anything from St. Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma.
Meds, medicine, yeah? Okay, what do these products do? Who is St. Baptiste? St. Baptiste? Okay, what do these do? So we have... Okay, we can buy these things. We can buy Nosafed, 1 for health, 3 health, a bottle of magnesium for morale, and Hypnogamma. Let's ask her what they do.
I don't know. Let's see. Nosafed is a nasal spray. Duramine is a really good painkiller. Magnesium is a dietary supplement. Hypnogamma is...
She stops.
I don't really know what Hypnogamma is. I guess it makes you feel less shit. It's recommended to use after lots of partying, studying, or exercising.
Can you be a little bit more specific?
No. Sorry. I'm not like a doctor or anything.
She chews her bubble gum absent-mindedly. So she's not really interested, is she? Okay, we should buy
Nosafed
something.
heals +1 health. Duramine heals +3 health. Magnesium heals +1 morale. Hypnogamma heals +3 morale.
I'm going to buy the cheap ones. I'm going to have a Nosafed.
Okay, here. I hope St. Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
I'm going to have a bottle of magnesium.
Okay, here. I hope St. Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Who is St. Baptiste?
St. Baptiste. You know, the pharmaceuticals company.
No, I don't remember anything.
St. Baptiste Pharmaceuticals. The one that sells meds out of St. Baptiste. That one. There.
Thanks. Listen here.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back.
What's this?
What is what?
Geraldine's over the
It's
counter.
a raincoat. If you want to buy one, then it's only 4 real.
She taps on the glass counter. The raincoat patiently awaits purchase. I can't buy it. I can't buy anything. What's this?
A colourful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting you closer.
Ooh.
There, in that dark green glass, all in vain. The great flowing river of warmth, wine, alcohol, beer, alcohol, love, alcohol.
I'm in heaven. I need it all so bad.
Sure. If you want something, I can get it for you. Just let me know and pay and stuff.
She adjusts her hat.
But I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But I guess you already know that.
What do you mean by that?
Don't ask. Don't look. Don't do anything here. Just go away. Get back to work.
No.
Know this. You will never finish your alcohol quest if you don't buy beautiful alcohol.
We can buy some beer or we can buy cigarettes, everybody. What do you think we should do? Beer or cigarettes? What's happening here? Is it going? Alright. Strange. It's okay, yeah? Alright, we can buy beer or cigarettes. Let's buy a beer.
Here you go, mister.
No, we're broke again. Leave. Sorry, but like, you know, I am an alcoholic, drug-addicted hop. So I was always going to do that. Okay, toodles. How do I do it? Okay, right. Alright.
Well, hello. Someone seems to have found himself a bottle of alcohol. Here's where the magic happens.
Here's where the magic happens. Look
What
at the
a solid
bottle.
can of mass-produced piss water. Well over 10% alcohol in this so-called beer. Pop it open before it gets too warm. Wow, the gods of mass production have made this alcohol container laughably easy to open. A child could have done it.
Open the bottle. Should I though? I may have a teeny-weeny heart attack problem. No, I'm not doing it. Ignore the thought. Open the bottle.
There's a satisfying pop as the cap comes off. And the hair on your back rises like an army at attention. You've been here before. Welcome back, detective. You're home now.
You're home now.
You see a flash of teeth. A young woman smiling at you near some railway overpass in your ruined past. She is gorgeous, and she is yours.
What would be the repercussions if I take that sip? Take a sip. No, I'm not doing it. What would be the repercussions?
Nothing. Some mental stuff. Nothing to be worried about. Physically, you'll be strong as an ox.
Take a sip, a small drink.
A golden sun melts down your throat. Its rays filling your nostrils with sunshine. Your stomach melts from it into a happy, gooey mess. So does your mind. All the bad things are melting. You're you again. A real cop. A real detective. Incredibly well done.
Substance use: alcohol, potent pilsner. Task complete, find booze and drink it. Gained experience 30. Level up, continue.
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's an alcohol button. Alcohol gives +1 to physique skills. Physical instrument, half light, electrochemistry, endurance, pain threshold, and shivers. This is good before rolling a white check, but damages your morale. And remember...
From the
void we came, and to the void we must return.
Alright, we did it. What's in the box? Oh, what's this? Magnesium. What's this? Money. So look, what can we see? It says GRIH. I keep all the way. This is must be the strike that they're talking about, yeah? Let's go and talk to this guy.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
The man shouts, the man yells towards the harbour gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot and oddly screechy. Kind of high-pitched, I think, for a man his size. What's going on here? Looks like too much trouble for my taste. What's going on?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered, big alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everybody else here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Scab leader. Okay, scab. Oh, then yes. Okay, then I'm thinking no. Okay, then yes.
Ha! Couldn't handle us. A cause gives the workers strength, gives them power. We have a right to work!
Right, so let me explain this word, scab. If I have a cut on my arm, then it kind of heals, and then you get a scab, you know, when it's like healing, you know, like a cut. But in this regard, so we have strike. A strike is when the workers, so in a factory, the workers go on strike. They refuse to work, so they kind of protest for better pay. They stop working, etc. Now, they might have a picket line, which is like their protest line outside the factory or something. And a person is a scab who crosses that line. So if all the workers are protesting, it's starting to rain, is it? If all the protesters are they're refusing to work, but some people go into work, this is what we call scabs. Yeah, they're trying to break the strike.
Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together.
Strikebreakers
are on our side.
What kind of cause are we talking about? I don't think I've chosen any size yet. Regardless, I have some questions. I'll be going. I haven't chosen any side.
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers.
Continue.
I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the right to work! Right to work!
What kind of cause are we talking about regardless? What kind of cause are we talking about?
Rights of people. Rights of workers. To have gainful employment. To make a salary. And feed their families.
I've got some questions.
Maybe you should ask them the questions. Like, why we're not allowed to make a living here.
Shame on you!
Continue.
We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
He points his finger at the man sitting on the railing.
So do we, Scab.
Call me mañana. So do we, Scab. The loitering man shouts, hollers in return to holler. Hey! I want to get into the harbor too. What is a strike? Who are all these strike breakers? What's your goal? I'm just going to leave now. What is a strike?
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests.
The man runs a hand through his steadily graying military haircut.
We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If Union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
Right, so they're going to try and break the strike, okay?
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
Why are you the boss?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
I want to get into the harbor.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. You trying to meet their fat boss?
This is an oath. Right, I'm interviewing people about a murder that took place here behind the hotel cafeteria. This is an official matter not to be discussed with outsiders. I'm interviewing people.
I know nothing about a murder.
His reply is snappy and terse, a bit too quick.
The mention of a killing sends a barely noticeable shiver of tenseness through him.
Interesting. Why so tense?
What are you talking about? I'm not tense.
You're nervous.
Yes, he's tense.
He's very tense.
And dangerous. Somewhere below it all.
Half-light. What's half-light? Okay, we got a point, yeah? So I'm going to go for... I need to get savoir-faire up, I think. Drama. We're going to go for drama. Yeah. Play the actor lie and detect lies. Okay. Continue. Half-light. What was half-light? Half-light is... where's half-light? Half-light. Let the body take control, threaten people. I'm not threatening him, he's really big.
Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
Hang on 1 second, yeah? Yeah, right. So he says, he shakes his large fist and turns to you. It's shameful, cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. You should bring more police. Open the gates. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime. So they want to work. The people are on strike. This really isn't... I don't know. I don't know.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Good, Kim.
Pity.
Let us work!
You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
Something's off. Something's not right. Okay, I've got to ask, where are you from? What is a strike? What exactly is your goal here? I'm just going... Let's go for what is a strike.
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people.
He shifts uncomfortably in his workers' clothes. What do the strikers want?
Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have the right to work!
This is really hard.
When the man moves around, you perceive some serious abs underneath his tight-fitting shirt. This man is in shape.
He's a big guy.
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
What do you mean ill-fitting?
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
You're wearing new clothes?
He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his.
Suspicious. Okay, let's find out, where are you from?
What's it to you?
Deep-set suspicion drips from every syllable he says. We've got curiosity, going to figure out this strike mess. I'm going to work it out to figure a problem out. Routine, part of the investigation. I thought you looked real familiar for a second there. Curiosity.
Big mess, caused by union greed. But I only fight for the rights of people.
Already got that. I'm interested in your background. Makes sense, I guess. Never mind. Not going to pry. Yeah, where are you from?
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
I know the drill. I know the routine. A bouncer, where I frequent a lot of bars, maybe? Sweet, I know bars. Been thrown out of several. Maybe that's why you seem familiar. I don't really drink, but work has taken me to some. Which one was it? A bouncer, maybe? You were... Right, so a bouncer is security. Yes, security guard at a bar or a club or disco, you know?
Worked at Territorial.
Territorial, yeah, I think I've been there. Not right now, but I might have been there. I don't really remember things well. Never heard of it. Are you lying?
We're done here. I have a strike to break.
He squints his eyes. A little spark of violence gutters in his eyes. Then he blinks and turns to his men. We're done. I have a strike to break. Alright, I'm going to take a little break here myself, actually. It's an autosave, yeah? Just give me a minute. I need to go to the bathroom. And we'll continue this, yeah? So just give me 2 seconds. And we will... I'll be right back. 2 minutes. Okay, we're going to jump back into it. Alright, anything else here? So this guy seems a bit suspicious, doesn't he, yeah? Maybe he's like military or something? Who's this fella? Let's talk to this guy.
Scab?
Call me mañana. Call me tomorrow, Scab, asks a man with jolly eyes tilting his head.
What did he just call you?
Did you...
Oh no, not this again. You just got away from that fucking kid.
Kuno. Right. So that's a slur here, yeah, that even they're not using. Oh no, no, I don't want to deal with this again. Did you just call me a... What exactly is a scab? Yeah, I'm a scab, poor and downtrodden. Wave your fist. Rights to work. I'm not a scab, I'm a cop. No. Did you just call me a...
No, I said scab.
What is a scab?
A kind of a worm. Content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
Hold on, wait. Where did they all come from? You don't seem to like them very much. Yeah, where did they come from?
Beats me. Somewhere in the ground, I think.
Beats me, I don't know. You don't seem to like them.
Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to scab. Or I guess scared, maybe. But scared of what? Of who?
He looks at the mass of people, squinting his eyes as if trying to ascertain what they're scared of.
Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something.
To beg for money, you know, like people in the streets. Oh, do you have any money? Yeah. Have you tried talking to them? It's better than begging. Come on, have you tried talking to them?
We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time.
This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up, to rile people up, to get them angry, to get them agitated, yeah? So this guy's kind of a ringleader. Yeah, I'm a scab, poor and downtrodden. I'm not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab.
I'm just messing, I'm just joking.
Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money.
He chuckled. Didn't realize this.
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the wild north? Come to see the strife?
Come to see the strife, the trouble? I've come to Martinaise investigating a murder. I need to know what's behind these gates I'm exploring. I'm a bit short on money right now. Can you give me some? What's the strike about? Nice talk. What's the strike about?
You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
Who's the big boss?
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss and are on a better footing with the organization.
You're in a better situation with the organization. Okay, I've come to Martinaise investigating a murder. I need to know about what's behind these gates I'm exploring. I'm a little bit short on money. I don't have much money. Can you give me some money? How about I need to get behind the gates?
My friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits.
He gazes over the roundabout with a glint of longing. Does that mean you can let me through the gate?
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
He takes a swig and points up to the stairs. The passage grants itself. That's simple. I just walk in.
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in.
Measurehead?
Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini supremacist there. Walk right past him.
Right, okay, there's this guy kind of security. He's like a bouncer himself.
Press the button to unlock the door.
Uh-huh.
Then go past him again.
Okay.
Then you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
That's it. For some reason it doesn't seem like it's going to be... For some reason it doesn't look like it's going to be that easy. Gotcha. I think I have some questions for you first. Gotcha. I understand. I don't think it's going to be that easy.
Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best Measurehead in a physical confrontation.
Like a fight?
Or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible.
Has anyone ever bested him in a physical confrontation? Has any of the scabs tried converting to his worldview? Got it. Another thing.
Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition. Not yet, no. He's incredibly strong.
He fixes his eyes on you, he looks at you, evaluating your prowess. He's very strong, he's incredibly strong, okay? So again, if you're doing any exams, like the CAE or the Cambridge exams or the IELTS, try not to use very when you're speaking. Use things like incredibly, yeah? It's much stronger.
Nothing a
to
couple
intensify
of
it.
from Dexter and Sinister won't fix.
A couple of solid hooks from Dexter and Sinister, says my physical instrument. No, I don't think so. I don't think it's a good idea. The man whistles a jaunty tune, the wind rustling his whiskers. Okay, nice to talk to you. Go talk to this musclehead or measurehead or whatever. What's this? Hang on, wait. What's this? And notice, in case of a strike, press button behind the guard. Hermetically sealed door locked by the electronic means. There's no lock picking or door kicking in this one. Okay. Let's go check this out. Be nice. Be cool. Be calm. Some people here as well. Let's go and have a chat. Police! Measurehead is a powerful man. He's the law. Okay, let's say hello. We're not going to try and do this with violence.
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Right, okay.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
They... Alright, let's keep going. Hang on 1 second. My degeneracy, okay. Well, I am an alcoholic, drug-addicted detective who doesn't remember anything, so yeah, you could call me a degenerate, I suppose.
Don't say anything. Size him up first.
Size him up, evaluate. Say nothing, size him up first. What do you mean my body betrays my degeneracy? My body does not betray my degeneracy. My body's unimportant. I'm with the police and we need to get into the harbor. We don't have time to get into this now and go. Authority, which is, let's have a look for authority. Where are you, authority? Intimidate the public, assert yourself. Okay. Say nothing, size them up, evaluate.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
A ripple of muscles passes underneath his skin. He lets you look. There he is.
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger, because you are not a threat to me.
Okay, let's have a look. Puff out your chest, still say nothing. Puff out your chest. What do you mean my body betrays my degeneracy? Puff out my chest.
What is this androgynous display of sexual maturity?
He looks down at you, taking stock, checking out your physique.
Things are not as bad as they look. Sure, you have high blood pressure from metabolizing heroic quantities of ethanol, but you are robustly built. You will survive.
I can see you were once an athlete, then deteriorated in your 20s. It is typical of your haplogroup. Let's blame the failed education system and leniency towards degenerates in your homeland.
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
She holds her nose. Maybe you can ask him to leave. What do you mean my body betrays my degeneracy? My body does not betray it. My body is unimportant. I'm here with the police. We need to get into the harbor.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al Ghul.
His face contorts in disgust as if he was smelling a dead rat. Hang on. Where's my items? Okay, no. Continue.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
You reek of it, you stink, you smell of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges. I think I know what Al Ghul is, but let's ask. Wait, what is Al Ghul? Smell your breath. Kim, is it really so bad? You're right, I'm an alcoholic. Now I need to enter the harbor. I don't have a problem with alcohol, I just drink a little on the weekends. Enough, I need you to open the door of the harbor. Enough.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
It's waning. So this is kind of a racial thing going on. It's waning, it's getting weaker.
Show him the ham still got it.
Actually, I think the ham sandwich race still has it in them. I am the police and I need you to comply now. The race stuff is unimportant here. I just need you to help me do my job, please. God, we're getting into race stuff here.
Willingly calling yourself a ham sandwich, how far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race.
You were once a noble, powerful race?
You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft.
Mm-hmm.
You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Quakers. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
Right, so everyone's like obsessed with sadness, feeling sorry for themselves, and pop culture, yeah? Pop music and Instagram.
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach.
Just out of
It
reach.
must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Come on, I just need you to move about 20 centimeters back, push him out of the way. You're right about all of this. Now I just need you to let me get into the harbor. You're right.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war.
Right, it's getting a bit crazy.
Bring your troops to the Simonine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
This is your chance. He's talking. Rip into him with a punch and catch him off guard.
Right, so boom! Hit him, yeah? This is Half-Light.
No, don't rip into anyone. You're sensitive. Remember? Communicate.
Okay, we have some choices here. You serve the Union, don't you? Aren't they... Right, so you serve the Union, you work for the Union. Aren't they white? Don't know anything about this mug? Show him the mug. No, sorry, know anything about the mug? A mug is a like coffee cup, right? What are those tattoos supposed to mean? Conceptualization. Subscribe to his advanced race theory. Agree with him. Physical instrument, fight him. No, I'm not doing that. Let's try the conceptualization.
Go ahead. Don't be shy. Just ask for race secrets.
I want to learn this race theory of yours so that we could become friends. Try to smile pathetically. I need some of that race stuff in my brain. Sock it to me. Give it to me. No, I'd better not say anything on this topic. Give it to me.
Inane popular culture lingo. It is intellectually uninteresting to sock anything to an infant such as you.
You serve the Union, aren't they white? Do you know anything about this mug? What are those tattoos supposed to mean?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
He gestures towards the lorryman down the street.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
Right, I don't really know what's going on, everybody. Let's just keep continuing.
True, that is a noble cranium, but you got a hard noggin yourself.
You're a hard head yourself. You sure I'm not craniometrically superior to you? You're right, that is craniometric perfection. My race does not stand a chance. I'm going to try to butter him up, yeah? I'm going to be like silver-tongued, right? I'm going to try to like just agree with him. Yeah, you're really right about this. Yeah, we don't stand a chance, no chance.
Correct.
You served the Union? Anything? Do you know anything about the mug? Okay, let's go with this one.
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
He turns his eye towards the harbor, seemingly bored with you.
There must be some friction there. He's keeping it well hidden.
Yeah, but you still serve them. How does that factor in your life? You keep telling yourself that. I'm sorry, of course, I understand now. Deeper.
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront international capital. Something your race, naivistic communists, never did.
I'm no communist. Communism is pretty cool. Individualism is my jam. My jam is the mysterious fourth thing. My jam, I guess. Enough of this.
He looks toward the harbor, motionless, the tattoos on his face like a web of stone.
Let's ask him. I'm not going to punch him, yeah, no. Absolutely no chance. Know anything about this mug?
He does not so much as glance at the object.
Put this into the rubbish lately?
Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it.
Does he strike you as the kind of man who puts mugs into trash?
I'm not hitting him. I'm not hitting him. We're going to leave. I can't get past him. Alright. Okay, so what's happened? We've met Measurehead. We've met the strike guys. Let's go and talk to this guy again.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Hey, tough guy, I had more questions. Excuse me, I had further questions. Hey, tough guy.
Things are busy enough. You going to waste less of my time?
We'll see.
The hulking man oozes stark skepticism.
Oozes stark skepticism. What exactly is your goal here? You don't have any tips on how to punch a guy out, do you? Say a really big race theorist guarding a button? Yeah, right. What exactly is your goal?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
And you're unable to, like, breach the entrance. You're unable to get in? Unable. Okay, I want to discuss something else. You're unable to get in?
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Wait, head measurer?
Yeah? That giant up there, on the bridge you talked to. head measurer. Won't let the workers by. The access panel is right behind him.
How bad could he be? You seem capable. You're a big guy.
Bad. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. And he's trained. I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there. But that one's no joke. And my men are tired and hungry. They're workers, not fighters.
Why didn't you just talk to them?
Like civilized folk, you mean? These native fucks don't understand civilized.
Right, lot of animosity going on here between the two sides. Yeah, it's difficult.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
The man rubs his jaw. Perfect, lightly bearded square wedge. Alright, do you have any tips about how to punch that guy out?
Not before you get in there and get your ass whooped. Learn by failure, I always say.
Alright, so no. We're going to get battered.
He might have some advice, but you got to at least try to fight Measurehead first. Return if you fail.
I'm not listening to you, mate. What's this? The lorries probably stored fuel here. Now they store booze. What's that? Money.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine.
Let's look in the window.
The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia.
What kind of stickers?
The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels.
Okay, good. So it sounds pretty racist. Yeah, purity, strength. What about the back seat?
The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains.
Suns and wheels.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
The lieutenant nods towards the racist lorry driver. You think the lorry belongs to the tough guy, the strikebreaker?
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
He was acting tough before. This probably scared him a bit. Who knows when it will come in handy? A slightly scared, racist lorryman.
He's acting tough. This probably scared him a bit. Who knows when it will come in handy, when it will be useful? A slightly scared, racist lorry man. Leave. What about over here? A foreign car kept in good condition. Foreign car? Why is there a foreign car here?
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
Who is this?
A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane."
The Squanderer, to squander money, to waste money. You know, you have some money and you just blow it. You splash it, you splurge, you just squander, waste it on stupid stuff. So it's a statue of the king.
Not a good track record of mental health in that family.
I am Philippe III, the squanderer, the greatest of the Philippine kings of Verona, son of Philippe the opulent, very extravagant, very lavish, and father of Philippe IV, the insane. Not a good mental health record in that family. Encyclopedia, what did the king do? Let's go for it. Low. Let's try it.
What did he do? You have no idea what you did a week ago. How would you know what this guy did many centuries ago?
All right, all right.
High above you, the king stands triumphantly oblivious to your memory trouble.
Okay, yeah, I had a blackout, everybody. I don't even remember my name. Which is a bit tricky. What's over here? Ooh. A white tank top physical instrument. Let's put it on. Alright. Items. Interact. Tools. Could I like hit him, do you think? Equip this to open lock containers, chain cutter, flashlight. Could I kind of use this as a weapon, do you think? Anyway. We need more points, yeah? Let's go talk to this person. Look.
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face.
Hello, pale driver.
It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes, and food money. Maybe she's your...
Okay, my grandmother? Snap your fingers in her face. Hey, hey. Excuse me, Mom. I'd like to ask you some questions. All right, snap my fingers.
Wait.
The lieutenant stops me before I can... Come on, wake up.
She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
Why?
Why? I just told you why.
Okay. Listen here. What's in the lorry? Ooh, money. Okay, what do we got? Anything interesting? Right, that gives me one extra point. No, we're going to go here, yeah? We're going to put on the thing. Alright, we've got some things to do, everybody, yeah? Done. We drank some alcohol. That's basically it tonight. That's what we have done. Well done, us, eh? We have drunk some alcohol, and, can I go over here? I can't. Let's go this way. What's that? Let's check this one out. Alright, what time is it? Yeah, we're coming up to 2 hours, I think. A bold slogan, Humanox covers the track. Humanox covers the truck. Can we get out here? Let's talk to this guy, quickly. Hello.
I am a gander and a hunter and
Tommy on.
feel like a traveler.
The man mutters to himself, accentuating the beats as he goes. Keep listening. I am the law. What's going on?
From another planet.
He finishes it. What's going on here?
It's the jam, my man.
The jam? He motions towards a sprawl of lorries with a sweeping gesture. The jam? What's the jam?
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck.
Alright, it's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street, so everything is blocked, yeah, all the trucks. Okay, continue.
Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days.
He glances
Upon
south,
days.
down the road upon days. So limbo is like purgatory. So in Christianity, it's like when you kind of die, there's this place, isn't it? When you don't go to heaven and you don't go to hell, you're in this kind of limbo, we say, a purgatory. Limbo, so what, this is where I am?
Yeah, exactly.
How long have you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Extravagantly phased, but I can roll with it. I don't quite understand what you're saying. Could you say it again, only a little less plodding? I don't quite understand.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
He snickers. He laughs.
Behind the laugh, however, a touch of sorrow.
A little bit of sorrow.
So tell me, what do you need?
Got any smokes?
Nope, don't smoke.
He nods towards the big lorry behind him.
Some of the other drivers do, though. There's still a few around, waiting for the jam to disperse. Or waiting for the sweet release of death.
So they've been there for a while, I guess.
Yep, nothing wrong with that statement. Your senses have nothing to add. You'll have to ask around elsewhere.
Guess I'll ask around. I'll ask other people to ask around.
You could also check the kiosk down the street. Frit. With 3 T's. Revachol's weird.
Tell me more about this strike. Know anything about the dead man? What are you holding? What are you moving? I'm good for now. Good talk. What are you doing? What are you holding?
High-grade narcotics, illegal firearms.
Wait,
stuff
what?
Like that.
Time to arrest him.
You're under arrest. Wicked. Excellent. I've always wanted a friend in the underworld. Okay, what are you actually holding? Okay, I've always wanted a criminal friend.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad and the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il-Moran market lately.
You've been making progress in this other market. So nothing illegal. That's your machine behind you. Could I get one of those Fallen tracksuits you're holding? I haven't. Let's go and ask him for a tracksuit.
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
I'm a cop.
There's no denying it. Your body needs to feel the touch of some good performance wear.
Is that your machine?
This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
Oh yeah, these lorries are pretty neat. They're pretty cool. Interested? Not really. I just asked because, I don't know, must be a cop reflex. Yeah, I'm not interested.
Yeah, it must be. Your job's to know all these little things, isn't it? Well, my job is to deliver tracksuit trousers.
Tracksuit trousers.
There it is again. A little touch of sadness beneath his cool. He thinks he's spent too long in this lorry.
A little drop of poison, a little touch of sadness. So nothing illegal?
Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
Alright, I've got another question.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Empathy formidable. Should we try it? Let's go for it.
Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
Man, you look sad. What's going on with you? Hey, Tommy, spill the beans. What's troubling you? My man, I want to know about your soul. To spill the beans is to tell somebody. Like, someone tells me a secret, you know, and then I go to see my friends and I spill the beans. I reveal everything, yeah? All right. You look sad. What's going on with you?
I'm okay, man. Just, the jams got me down. The fumes, the chemical rainbows, the tarpaulin stretched on the frames and the dull engines off.
A man recedes into his daze of words. Okay, it's got me down. So I'm feeling depressed, basically. Yeah. All right.
Maybe the full-on direct approach wasn't correct. Damn, it's tricky business looking into someone's eyes and not doing it wrong.
Tell me more about this strike.
It's like whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
What do the union want?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
A negotiator, so from the company. So there's a negotiator from the company to talk to the union and try to come to an agreement. Yeah, try to strike a deal.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
Kim takes a note. What do you think the company wants?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
Ka-ching. Okay, anything else I should know?
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
All of who?
Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really.
Alright, so to get drunk, to get high, smoking marijuana, or to get laid, to have sex. He smiles awkwardly. Not that I blame him. I understand, but not you?
Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
He glances down the road towards the horizon, a glint of something in his eyes. The examined life, isn't that a famous quote, you know, like a life not examined is not worth living or something? Who wrote that? Let's ask. Hang on, let's go into perplexity as quote. 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 The examined life. No, the unexamined life, isn't it? The unexamined life is not worth living. It's one of these like scientists or something, wasn't it? Check out perplexity. The unexamined life. Socrates. Jesus. Fair enough. The unexamined life is not worth living. The famous dictum was reportedly spoken by Socrates at his trial, as recorded by Plato's Apology. The unexamined life is not livable for a man. Okay, so I was onto it there, everybody. In fact, I think what I'm going to do here is I am going to call it a day. I'm going to call it a day because I'm getting tired. Hang on, we'll finish this.
What's better than chasing transient pleasures? The more transient, the better. When one's ended, you can get onto the next one.
Transient, when you're moving around. Can you spare some change? Know anything about the dead man? Let's talk about the dead man.
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that.
All right.
All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
Okay, so we've learned that he's not a driver.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Busy with what?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
Analyzing the fundamental structure and psychological conditions of being stuck, to be stranded in the middle of a sea of motor lorries in a traffic jam, and their sad, depressed drivers. And your conclusion?
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
Alright, only one dead body. Alright, I'm good for now. Good to talk to you.
Don't be a stranger.
He gives a salute with 2 fingers, I suppose. All right. I think I'm going to finish it there, everybody. Yeah, I'm getting kind of tired after this. It's nearly coming up to about 2 hours. All right, cool. Anyway, I hope you like that. Yeah, if you're enjoying it, yeah. We'll continue on Friday. As far as I know, Friday evening. Okay. So if you like that, press like. If you haven't already, welcome to the stream. Hit subscribe. Definitely hit notifications because I might be doing the streams at different times, and we're going to get to the bottom of this murder mystery. I hope you enjoyed it. See you later. Take care. And I will see you soon, I hope. Yeah? Bye-bye.